We covered how to put text in a cell, how to put numbers in a cell, how to put dates in a cell, and that leaves us with formulas and functions really are used in formulas, which puts us back to, let's talk about how do I put a formula into a cell. Let's start with something really simple. If I wanted to add two numbers together, I could do a formula. All formulas start with the equal sign. And equal sign is going to tell Excel, this isn't a number, this isn't text, this is a formula. And then it will try to handle it as a formula instead of looking at it as numbers or text. Here I'm going to say equal to 2, and then I'm going to add a plus sign and 2, so equal to 2 plus 2, we should get 4. And when I hit enter, I do get 4. When I look at my formula, notice that everything is to the right side of the equal sign, and there's nothing on the left side of the equal sign. What Excel does is it will evaluate your formula and determine what the answer is, and the answer is what is displayed in the cell. If I look at it that way, the whole equation would say what is displayed in this cell is equal to 2 plus 2. When I look at my formula, I do have a problem here, and that is that I'm using literal numbers and not cell references, and I'll show you why that's a problem. Let's imagine that we have a column of numbers 5, 7, 6, 3, 4, and I wanted to add that column of numbers. I could make a formula that says equal to 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4, and I would get the right total, which is 25. The problem is if I change this 5 to a 6, my total of 25 doesn't change, and I would have to go into the formula and change that 5 to a 6. What we want to use instead is cell references. So instead of saying equal to 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3 plus 4, I'm going to say equal to, and then I want to use the cell reference where the 6 is, which is I4. And I can get that by just clicking on the cell. So equal to I4, and now I can say plus I5 plus I6 plus I7 plus I8, and then hit enter. And now I have a formula. It's the same number, so if I put a 5 back here, I'll have 25, but notice that my formula updates as I change the numbers in the column. My formula will continue to update and give me the correct answer. The key here is that in my formula, I want to, as often as possible, use cell references and not hard-coded numbers. And the reason is that the hard-coded numbers aren't going to change. If I need to update something in my formula, I want that formula to automatically show the new value and not be hard-coded back to the numbers. Let's do a couple of quick formulas just so you can see how they work. So here's the number 6 and the number 3. If I want to add them together, I would say equal to. I would then click on E13, or I can type it. I can type E13, or I can click on the cell. That gives me the cell reference, and then I can use my operator, which is plus, and then click on F13. That gives me the whole formula, equal E13 plus F13. If I hit enter, it will give me a total of 9. So that worked. Let's try subtraction. So equal to, and again I'm going to click E13, then I'm going to use minus sign, and then click F13 and hit enter, and that will give me what I'm expecting, 3. We can multiply, so equal to E13, the asterisk is the multiplier or the times sign, and then times F13, that should give me 18, it does, and we can also divide, equals 6, divide by 3. If you want to raise something to the power of, you could do equal to E13, and then the caret symbol will raise it to the power of, and then F13. So that'll be 6 to the third. 216. What if I want to have a more complicated formula? Let's do 6 plus 3 times 10. So if I build that formula equal to B15 plus C15 times D15, what will happen? And this gets into something that Excel calls the order of operations. What happens is that if you multiply or divide, that's going to happen before adding and subtracting. As a result, even though I say B15 plus C15 times D15, Excel is going to multiply C15 times D15 first, because multiplication and division happens before addition and subtraction, and then it will add B15. So I'm not going to get the number I want. I'm going to get 36 instead of 90. And there's 36. And I can control that by using parentheses around my addition to force the addition to happen first. So now it'll do the addition and then the multiplication, and now I get 90. The order of operations is this. So first of all is parentheses. Then you have times and division, or multiplication and division, and then you have addition and subtraction. If you have If you have multiple of the same level in your formula, then it will do from left to right that level. If I have a formula that says equal to B15 plus E13 times F13 divided by C3 minus D15, what order would those things happen in? As I look at it, it's going to go left to right with multiply and divide first. So the first thing it would do is E13 times F13. Then it would divide the result by C15. E13 is 6, F13 is 3, so I would have 18 divided by 3, which is 6, and then it would add B15, which is 6, and subtract D15, which is 10, so that should give me like 2, and the answer is 2. If I wanted some of these things to happen sooner, then now I have to use my parentheses. So if I wanted all of that to be divided by all of that, that would completely change how it processes my formula. Now it has to do what's in the parentheses first. It'll multiply E13 times F13. So that would be 6 times 3. And then it'll add B15. So 18 plus 6 is 24. And then it will divide it by C15 minus D15, which is a -7. And there's my answer. Primarily making sure that if you're not sure how the formula is going to work or how the order of operations is going to work in your formula, then use parentheses to clarify it so that it's very obvious. And I can nest parentheses inside my parentheses. If I wanted this addition to happen before the multiplication, I could go in there and do that, and that would now B15 plus E13 happens first, then it multiplies, then it does the subtraction, and then it takes the answer from this side and divides it by the answer from that side.